You know that feeling when you look at your partner and realize you're more like business partners than lovers? When conversations revolve around chores, bills, and schedules instead of laughter, dreams, or affection, you're not alone. Most couples don't fall apart overnight. It happens quietly, one missed conversation, one unresolved argument, one busy week at a time. The truth is, even strong marriages face challenges. But what separates couples who make it from those who don't isn't the absence of problems, it's how they deal with them. In this video, we're talking about the top 5 marriage problems most couples face and how to fix them. Whether you've been married 2 years or 20, these are the issues that can sneak up on anyone, but the good news is every single one of them can be repaired with the right approach. Let's dive in. The first big problem is communication breakdown. Every relationship expert will tell you that communication is the backbone of a healthy marriage, and yet, it's often the first thing to fall apart. Over time, couples stop talking about the things that matter and start only talking about logistics. It's not that they don't care, it's that life gets in the way. Imagine this. You come home after a long day, and instead of connecting, the conversation goes something like this. Did you pay the bill? Who's picking up the kids tomorrow? Did you feed the dog? It's all business, no bonding. Eventually, small misunderstandings pile up, resentment builds, and one or both partners start to feel unseen. To fix this, you have to rebuild emotional connection. That means listening to understand, not just to respond. Set aside at least 15 minutes a day to talk, really talk. No phones, no distractions. Ask each other open-ended questions like, what's been on your mind lately? Or, what made you smile today? A couple married for 16 years shared that they started taking walks after dinner every night. No agenda, just conversation. It became their safe space to reconnect. And over time, those walks brought back the closeness they thought they'd lost. The second problem is lack of intimacy. Physical and emotional intimacy often fade over the years, not because love disappears, but because routine takes over. The spark that once felt effortless now needs to be intentionally reignited. For example, one couple I spoke to realized they hadn't kissed for more than a few seconds in months. They still loved each other deeply, but their connection had become purely functional. They made a simple rule: one meaningful kiss every day. It felt awkward at first, but soon it became a reminder of the affection they'd been missing. To rebuild intimacy, start small. Hold hands while watching TV, give a longer hug before leaving the house, or plan a date night that's not about errands or obligations. The goal isn't to recreate your honeymoon phase, it's to make space for physical closeness again. And remember, intimacy isn't only physical. Emotional closeness comes from vulnerability. Share your fears, your goals, your thoughts about the future. The more you let each other in, the more connected you'll feel. The third major problem in marriages is money conflict. Financial stress can bring out the worst in even the most compatible couples. One partner might be a saver while the other is a spender. Or maybe one earns more and feels more pressure. Whatever the case, money arguments are often really about values, security, freedom, or control. Take Lisa and Mark, for example. Lisa liked to plan for the future and save every dollar. Mark believed money was meant to be enjoyed and used to create experiences. They fought constantly about spending until they realized the real issue wasn't money, it was fear. Lisa feared instability, and Mark feared missing out on life. Once they understood that, they could compromise. Here's a helpful strategy. Schedule monthly money check-ins. Look at your finances together, discuss upcoming expenses, and agree on goals. Create 3 categories: needs, wants, and dreams. The needs cover bills and essentials. Wants are things that make life enjoyable, and dreams are long-term goals like vacations or home improvements. When you're both part of the plan, money becomes a shared mission instead of a battleground. The fourth problem is growing apart. When life gets busy between work, kids, and responsibilities, it's easy to stop prioritizing your relationship. You wake up one day and realize you're living parallel lives. You still share a home, but you've stopped sharing experiences. A couple I know, Sarah and James, hit this exact point after 10 years of marriage. They realized they were only spending time together in front of a TV or discussing logistics. So they decided to create what they called mini adventures. Once a month, they'd do something new together, trying a new restaurant, hiking a new trail, or taking a weekend road trip. It wasn't about grand gestures, it was about creating new memories. The fix here is to be intentional about connection. Relationships don't stay strong by accident. Schedule time together the same way you schedule meetings or appointments. And don't be afraid to be playful again. Surprise each other. Flirt. Do something spontaneous. Love grows when it's nurtured. The fifth and final problem is unresolved resentment. Every couple argues it's normal. But when issues get swept under the rug, they don't disappear. They turn into quiet resentment. That's the slow poison of marriage. Maybe you're still upset about something that happened years ago, a broken promise, a harsh comment, or a period where you felt unsupported. If those feelings aren't addressed, they'll keep showing up in small ways: sarcasm, withdrawal, or passive-aggressive behavior. To break that cycle, you have to have honest, sometimes uncomfortable conversations. Set the intention to talk, not to blame. Use phrases like, "I felt hurt when," instead of, "you always." This small change turns confrontation into connection. One husband shared that he and his wife started doing what they called truth nights. Once a month, they'd talk about anything that was bothering them. They agreed not to interrupt or get defensive. It wasn't easy at first, but over time, it brought peace and understanding back into their home. And here's another tip. When your partner opens up, don't rush to defend yourself. Just listen. Validation heals faster than explanation. Now, let's recap the top 5 marriage problems and how to fix them. First, communication breakdown. Solve it by listening actively and having daily check-ins. Second, loss of intimacy. Rebuild it through small acts of physical and emotional closeness. Third, financial conflict. Handle it as a team with open, scheduled discussions. Fourth, growing apart. Reconnect by creating new shared experiences. And fifth, unresolved resentment. Address it through honest, calm communication and forgiveness. All these challenges have one thing in common. They require intention. Marriage doesn't thrive on autopilot. It takes daily effort, small gestures, and a shared commitment to keep growing together. But the reward? A deeper, stronger bond that lasts far beyond the honeymoon stage. If you're going through a rough patch, don't lose hope. Every couple struggles. It's part of being human. What matters is that you're willing to work on it. You don't need to fix everything overnight. You just need to start. Say one kind word, plan one small moment together, or simply listen with empathy. Those little choices add up to big change. So now I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 problems do you think is the biggest challenge in most marriages? Or which one have you faced yourself? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to know your perspective. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Stronger Together for more relationship insights and advice to help you build a marriage that not only lasts but thrives. Remember, no marriage is perfect, but every marriage has potential. The spark you once had isn't gone. It's waiting for you to reignite it, one conversation, one touch, and one act of love at a time.